Okay, Preston, I want you to look at these cards and these models, and I want you to tell me which ones are the same. What do you notice about these?
They have they have things on them.
Okay, they have pictures on them. Do you notice anything that some of them the pictures are the same and some of them the pictures are different?
Yep.
Show me which ones are the same.
No.
Okay, is this card, does another card show a model that looks similar to that?
Nope. Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. Any other ones?
Yep.
Okay. So those three look similar. Why?
Because they all have balloons on
They all have balloons on them? Okay, what do you notice about the balloons?
They are in groups of 3.
They are in groups of 3. Very good. So you just said what this model is called. This model for multiplication is called groups of. When you put groups of the same number together. So this is how many groups of 3 are here?
3.
There's 3 groups of 3, isn't there? How many groups of 3 are here?
5.
Very good. How many groups of 3 are here?
6.
Very good. So these show a groups of model. All right, let's look at these that are left here. Do any of these models look similar? Okay, they all look similar. What can you tell me about this model?
They all have squares, but some of them are bigger than others.
Okay, what else do you notice?
They all have an amount of squares, but they're all different.
Okay. If you look at these squares, what can you tell me about the squares on this card?
They are bigger than this.
Okay.
And smaller than this and this.
Okay. What else can you tell me about the squares on this card?
There are 8 of them.
How do you know there's 8?
Because if you divide these 4 and 4, I know that as a fact, and that equals 8.
Okay, so you know that this is 4 and 4 more, and that's a doubles fact that equals 8?
Mm-hmm.
Good. What else do you notice? Is there another group? Are there other ways that you see 4?
That way.
Okay, what do we call it when everything's are lined up this way? What do we call that?
Rows.
It's a row. Very good. So we have 2 rows of how many?
4.
4. Okay, this model is called an area model, okay, because it's like the tile on floor. It covers up an entire area. Do you see any gaps in between these?
No.
No. It covers up that entire area. So this model, when it covers a whole area, is called an area model. What's this one called?
Groups.
Groups of, and this is called?
An area model.
Area model. Very good. What do you see here? How many rows do you see here?
2.
2 rows of how many?
Of 2.
And what would that be?
That would be 4.
Very good. How many rows do you see here?
5.
Okay. How many are in each row?
5.
Okay. Let's count those. How could you count these?
2 and 3.
Okay, so you could break that apart. If you know these are 5, how could you count how many are here all together?
Like in the whole square?
Mm-hmm.
You could do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Could you do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 that way?
No.
That wouldn't work?
It would work.
It would work? So could you do it either way?
Yes.
Okay. When we look at this, we usually want to look at these in rows, but it would work either way. When you do addition, Preston, and you do 2 plus 3, and you can also do 3 plus 2, do you remember what property that's called?
No.
Okay, let me write it and see if that makes it different.
Commutative property.
Commutative property, very good. This would be the same thing. You can count them this way or you can count them this way. It's still the commutative property. Okay, what can you tell me about this area model? What do you notice on that card?
It has 2 rows, and the rows have 6 in them.
Okay, so how many would be there altogether?
12.
How do you know?
Because if you did 2 3s, you got 2 3s, that equals 6.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 6s equal 12.
2 6s equal 12. Very good. So this is called the what model?
The area model.
Area model. What is this called?
Groups of.
Groups of. Very good. Now, this is our last model. What do you notice about this? What can you tell me about these models here?
The only ones that are the same are these.
Okay. So these have the same pictures?
Yep.
All right. How do you notice that they're the same?
These are colored in black, and these are smiley faces.
Okay, so how are they the same?
They're both circles.
They are both circles. Anything else? Do you need a little help? Okay. Are these in any kind of order?
Yes.
Okay. What would we call this?
A row.
A row. Was this in a row?
Yes.
Yeah, those were in rows too. So we have nice equal rows. We have equal rows. And how many are in this row?
2.
There's 2 in each row, right? How many rows are there?
7.
7. Okay, these are a little bit different than our area model because are these touching?
No.
No, but they are in nice neat rows, aren't they? Yeah, very good. We call this model an array model when we have them in nice rows, but they're not connected and covering an area, okay?